Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Dean McMillan, and we want to wish Dean a happy 33rd birthday. Yay! And he wants to know, do I like any of the house guests that are left right now, or like any of the house guests from this season? I know I seem really negative this season, but like it's hard to root for these people when they make such stupid decisions. So I have like a love-hate relationship with some of them. I find Godfrey very interesting and very funny most of the time, but he's like, he makes a lot of dumb moves. But you know what? He's made it this far, so whatever. Also, I find myself rooting for Sarah and Brittany a lot. I guess maybe because they're like the underdogs, but Sarah's just like blah, 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 all the time, and Brittany's just like wah, wah. So I don't know. I guess those are my picks. But who are your favorites this season? Let me know in the comments. And before we get started, I just want to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day, including my mom. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on in the house. Last night, Peely and Ashley were having a strategy chat, and this is before the power veto ceremony, so Ashley's like, yeah, I'm pretty set on nominating Brittany. So then they talk about their plans beyond this, and their new idea is to alternate evicting like a girl, and the next week a guy, then the next week a girl. I don't know if there's actually any logic to this, or they're just trying to set up like, everyone sit in boy-girl order in the cafeteria. Like, what is that? What is the point of that? I don't see how that would benefit them, but they seem to think it's a good idea, so sure. And we also find out that Ashley's ideal final three would be her, Zach, and Peely. Yeah, I guess. She's not gonna win against Zach, but chances are Zach would take her to the final two, so at least she'd have second place. And of course, Peely would take Ashley over Zach. So, I mean, with the two of them, she'd be guaranteed final two, but would she win? I don't know. I think it's pretty safe to say at this point, the only way that Peely or Ashley would win the game is against each other. I don't know. We'll see. But all four girls were talking out by the hot tub, and sorry, I'm a little congested. I'm trying to hold it together. So Ashley starts out this conversation by saying, you know what? Godfrey's my target this week. I just want to reiterate that. He's not the target this week. But she's setting up Brittany to be like, you're gonna be the pawn. So she's like, yeah, Godfrey's the target, and I need a new pawn now that Sarah won the power veto. And I just feel like really weird nominating Bruno because he just saved Zach with the veto in the triple eviction. So she's like, so Brittany, I'm putting you up. How is that supposed to make her feel any better? So Brittany's just like, Ashley, you gave me your word that you weren't gonna put me up because I didn't put you up, but okay. So Ashley and Peely are just like, no, we promise, like Godfrey's the target this week, you're safe, like this person, and this person, or whatever, are voting to evict Godfrey, so you're all good. Yeah, okay. So then Peely and Ashley have a quick chat with Bruno and Godfrey after that, and they're like, we just told Brittany that she's the pawn, but she's totally not. Yeah, good for you. So Sarah and Brittany, if you guys missed yesterday, were voted to be the have-nots this week by Canada, which means that they will also be competing for the special power. But do they know about the power yet? I feel like the answer is no, because I haven't seen them talk about it together, and they still seem to be like they still have this mindset that they're, you know, in trouble this week. So I feel like they don't know about it yet, but you never know. Maybe production was like, if you talk about it, you're out. So who knows? But they did get their have-not mattresses back last night before they went to bed, so yay, some sort of comfort. So they had the power veto ceremony this morning, and of course, Sarah used it on herself. And then, as predicted, Ashley nominated Brittany in her place, which means it's Brittany versus Godfrey. Not really, though, because either Sarah or Brittany is going to have that special power, and I believe they have to use the veto on at least one person, but, you okay, pup? But they also have the option of using it on both nominees, and then I believe the special power holder also gets to name the new nominee or nominees. So the only people who are safe in that situation are the HOH, and the veto holder, I think. I think that's it. So that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of power. But anyway, Sarah, now that Brittany is up on the block, she is working it. She's working on Peely and Ashley again. So she's starting to campaign against Godfrey, and she's just like, if Godfrey wins HOH next week, he's going after the couples. You know that. It's so obvious Godfrey needs to go. Also, Godfrey is super tight with Bruno, so he's gonna go after you guys before he goes after Bruno. They've been working together since the very beginning of the game. And she brings up the point, like, yes, Brittany has won some competitions, she's taken out some big players, but we still need her next week. She's going after Zach. You guys are gonna need someone to get rid of Zach, and Brittany is better at competitions than Sarah. And then Sarah's like, and just for funsies, if I won HOH, I would nominate Bruno and Zach, so you guys would be safe. So they're just like, oh wow, that's like, you make a really good point. So then Ashley and Peely are discussing Sarah's pitch on their own, and Peely's just like, there is no way that I'm voting out Godfrey this week. After all that, she's just like, Brittany took out Kevin and nominated me during the triple eviction, like, how dare she even campaign to me. So they talk about how they don't really trust Godfrey. They think that he's playing them, but they think that they're going to make it further in the game with him than with Sarah and Brittany. So they want to keep the guys around for a while. So then, which at this point I'm just like, let's just do this. So they tell Zach about their conversation with Sarah, and he's just like, yep, don't listen to Sarah, just vote out Brittany, vote her out. So then the diapers are all complaining that Sarah is campaigning too much and she should just give up because it's like 100% that Brittany's going home this week. Let's see what you guys do when you're up on the block for more than 5 minutes. I mean, really. So Bruno hears about this also, and he's just like, don't listen to Sarah. She's poison. She's poisonous. She's gotta go. Blah. She's crazy. So Sarah and Brittany were discussing some woulda, shoulda, coulda scenarios, and Sarah was all, if I won HOH this week, I would have nominated Zach and Bruno would probably go home. Guys, you can still do that. One of you is gonna have the power. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. I don't know. But they also bring up the point that it's pretty much impossible now to work with Peely and Ashley, as it's been for most of the game, because they just run and tell Zach everything. They're not going to keep anything from Zach. I have to agree with them. But yeah. So maybe things will change up this week with the special power. Hopefully either Sarah or Brittany will use the power wisely, take out a big target. We want some excitement. But let me know in the comments who you want to win the special power and who you want them to go after. And until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.